The night she married Luke McAllister, the sky cracked open with thunder. The young bride, Clara, stood in the doorway of the old chapel, her white dress clinging to her like a whisper of courage. The rancher before her looked like a mountain carved from the land, itself in broad shoulders, eyes like storm clouds, and a silence that could tame the wildest stallion. Clara hadn't wanted this marriage. It was an arrangement, her father's debt paid with her hand. Luke had barely spoken during the ceremony, only nodded when the preacher said, "You may kiss the bride." Yet, when he touched her hand, something shifted inside her, not fear, but a tremor of something unknown. The carriage ride to his ranch was quiet except for the rain hitting the roof. She wanted to ask why he'd agreed to marry her. Why take a woman he didn't love? But before she could, the horses neighed, spooked by lightning. Luke's strong arm shot out, steadying her. "Don't be afraid," he said softly, his voice low, steady, like the earth itself speaking. At the ranch, the fire glowed warm inside the cabin. "You're safe here," he told her. "No one will hurt you again." His words hit her heart harder than she expected. She'd been treated like a burden all her life, a girl meant to serve, not be seen. But here, in his quiet strength, she felt something new. Respect. That night, as the storm raged outside, Clara lay awake listening to the wind and the steady sound of boots pacing. On the porch, Luke was still awake, guarding her. He didn't touch her, didn't even enter her room. But in that moment, she understood something powerful. Sometimes protection speaks louder than passion. The next morning, sunlight spilled over the valley like liquid gold. Luke was already in the fields, taming a wild Mustang that had thrown every man who tried to ride it. Clara watched from the porch, her heart tugging between fear and admiration. The ranch hands whispered that the horse had never been broken. But Luke didn't fight it. He guided it, calmed it, spoke softly until it bowed to his hand. That afternoon, Clara brought him water. He took the canteen and smiled, the first real smile she'd ever seen from him. "You didn't have to," he said. "I wanted to," she replied, surprising herself. They stood in silence, a soft wind brushing between them, carrying words neither dared speak. That night he found her sitting by the window. "Clara," he said quietly, "you don't owe me anything. You're free to go if you want." Her heart twisted. "Why would you marry me if you never wanted me?" she asked. Luke's jaw tightened. "Because I couldn't watch your father sell you to a man who'd break you. I'd rather be the wall that shields you than the hands that hurt you." Tears welled in her eyes. "And if I choose to stay?" He looked at her then, really looked, as if seeing her for the first time. "Then I'll spend the rest of my life earning that choice." The next morning, Clara woke to see him saddling his horse. "You going out?" she asked. He turned and tipped his hat with a gentle grin, just tending to what matters most. And as she watched him ride out into the sunrise, she realized something true. Love wasn't born from force. It was born from patience, from quiet protection, from a heart that says, "I'll stay until you're ready."